All right, everyone. I'm a little bit late. I'm not late. I'm not even. It's exactly 10:31. Yeah, I'm late. What's going on, everyone? It is the Sunday. It's the Sunday we've been all waiting for. It's the Sunday that we have dreamed about. It's the Sunday that everyone is sitting there like, just a couple days ago, everyone was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna win 10 games." Now it's, what's gonna happen. This is just a rebuild year. We just have to have fun. I think we've been saying that for a little while now. But you know what? Some people are late to the party.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Some people are a little bit late. Some people are a little bit slow. But you know what? It is what it is, and it's giant football time. We evidently looks like that Quincy Roche and Tony Jefferson are both suiting up, so that would probably tell me. And again, yes, it is 9/11, so we should, once we get a few more people in the room, we'll take a moment of pause for 9/11 as well. But from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like Quincy Roche and Tony Jefferson are both going to be suiting up, which would lead me to believe that Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeaux will not be playing today. Is that a bad thing? No. Like I said, I think we should keep them, as healthy as possible. If we can't move them to the Carolina game, that's fine. Maybe we push them back a little bit more. But you know what? It's one game in the microcosm of the entire Giant season. So I think we need to look at it from that perspective as well. That it is what it is. I mean, you can't you have to focus on the totality of the season, the totality of the career, and the totality of what we're trying to accomplish here. In the New York Giant football land. So it is what it is. So you know what? We're going to move on. We're going to move forward. We're going to push forward. I am, of course, wearing, as some people are probably going to notice, my Tennessee Titans Malik Willis jersey. Tighten it up here a little bit. Got to get the sleeves down. Also got the Giant hat on. Because you know what? I'm a Giant fan. I'll always be a Giant fan. But you know what? Everyone knows I'm a Malik Willis fan as well. So, it's a little bit of both worlds. But we have to just keep it that way as well. It's going to be fun. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting season. So we got to kind of just wait and see what happens, and then we will go from there. For some reason, my DirecTV Sunday ticket's not allowing me to log in. So I'm not too happy about that at the moment. We got Tom in the room. We got Mike Lee in the room. Zach, has Tim put on his cape yet? No, the cape's not. Has not been put on yet. Razzle the Great says, I can't wait to start. I showed up. Good morning, Razzle the Great. I was a little bit late. Tom says, are we playing two players from the practice squad? Of course you're going to play two players from the practice squad because you don't want to sit there. Like I said, you can't risk your future for one game in Tennessee. You can't put a guy who's coming. The cautionary tale should always be Cooper Kupp. Same injury as Kayvon Thibodeaux, turns around, tears his ACL. You can't do that. So you have to sit there and you have to, sucks to say, but you got to play long ball. We got Matthew in the room saying, good morning, Tim, and in Big Blue family. It's not a family. It's a cult. If you missed the last stream, we're a cult. T-Brad, what's going on, T-Brad? Here we go. Hit the like button, people. We're here early to follow our cult leader. All hail Tim. Tim is great. We love Tim. Tim. That's what you do in a cult. We got LJ in the room as well. We got Matthew all saying, feeling better about the team without Judge. Either way, you got to feel anything better without Judge. You have to feel bad. In some ways, you got to feel bad for New England because they got the juggernaut. You got to feel worse for him. I feel bad for Mac Jones. Mike also says, hopefully it won't be the only Graham show. I'm hoping. We got Lord Commander Manny saying hello from Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie, also known as a spring training home of the Mets, who won last night after dropping out of first place. Blew that big game late, but we're talking about football here. Glenn, what does Glenn have to say? Glenn says, football, we're back. What does Mitch have to say here? I'm a Josh Allen fan, but not when he's playing the Giants. Doesn't matter. It's football. I think we're adult enough to understand you could be a fan of a person and still root for the other team. It's called football. It's called just having fun and just having a good time. How do you feel about our core linebacker? Sack Attack asks, and I think everyone knows how I feel about the core linebackers. I think everyone has a good idea about how I feel about that because I don't feel well about it. I don't feel awesome about it. I feel a little apprehensive about it. And I've said this a million times before. You are relying on the likes of Austin Calitro, and you are also relying on the likes of Tay Crowder. We're not going to go through the whole Tay Crowder situation again, because we've been through the Tay Crowder situation as nauseum. It's one of those things that if you take a look, he is not an attacking middle linebacker. His stats prove that. Now, everyone can talk about the fact that, that he's got 100. Well, I guess I am going to talk about it. That he's got 130 tackles. That's great. But 60 something, he's got more assists than tackles, which tells you he's not leading the point of attack, that he is turning around. He is a pile on, or he's a guy that is not making the initial stop. When you have 66 solo tackles and 68 or whatever it is, or 68, assists, middle linebackers middle linebackers should have a minimum of 15 to 20% more solo tackles than assists. So I'm not getting the warm fuzzy feeling if you have Tay Crowder and Austin Cletcher sitting there and you have Derrick Henry bursting into the second level. I don't get a warm fuzzy feeling about that. I'm a little bit, I guess we'd say, apprehensive about that happening, about what can go on. But you know what? It is what it is. Jay says, Tennessee Titans says, two quarterbacks out of the football gods are smiling upon us upon daily. They still have a pass rush. They still have a strong core of middle linebackers. And I'm not saying anything to you, Jay, but I think people, for some ungodly reason, people are underestimating the Tennessee Titans, who are picked to win their division. You're picked to win the division. The Giants are picked anywhere, mainly to finish last. But for some reason, the Giants are going to dominate the Tennessee Titans. I'm not saying the Giants don't have a potential opportunity to win. We're going to talk about that. We're going to address that. We're going to address that elephant in the room. But like I said, I find it interesting that all of a sudden you have all these people that are talking about the Giants and their ability to win this game. And then you have the people who were all hyped about the Giants winning the game. They all of a sudden have turned around and said, you know what? We're probably not going to win, but as long as we have a good showing. Why are people so wishy-washy? Pick a side. Left, right. Pick a side. You ever seen the movie? What was the movie? Battlefield Los Angeles. The lieutenant got his men killed. Sergeant comes in and he looks at the guy and says, "I don't care if you go left. I don't care if you go right. Just make a decision." That's what I tell about people. Just make a decision. You think they're going to win? Great. You think they're not going to win? They're not going to win. But make a decision. Tired of wishy-washy people. Dreadpool says, what do you say? Literally avoided all Patriots players for his fantasy league because of Judge. That's a good reason. I think it's a great reason. Shepard listed as unspecifically. He's listed unspecific. Shepard was listed as a game time decision. So let's pull up the Giants. Let's go into the Giants field and see what the news is today. To see who is going to be playing and who is out. Cardinals just signed also Max Garcia off the Giants practice squad. Looks like everyone's coming in and swooping in and getting all of our big offensive talent. I don't know what we're going to do without Max Garcia there. Oh my God. Let's see. Should we go to Twitter and find out exactly? Well, I can't go to Twitter right now. I didn't update my computer. I wasn't thinking. We'll have to take a look at that. What do we see here? Matthew says, I'm still pissed the Giants didn't draft Josh Allen. Would rather have him than Barkley. Still salty about that. I'm still upset the Giants didn't draft Josh Allen, the linebacker, and we wouldn't be having to worry about Daniel Jones. Mike Lee says, we gave the Pats their trash back. I like that. T. Brad says, linebackers, what are those? We're not allowed to have linebackers. We're not allowed to have that. We've learned from Jerry Reese, you never have to draft a linebacker in the history of your tenure within the organization, and things will just work out perfectly. We went from George Young, who took a plethora of linebackers, who took multitudes of linebackers, who took LT, Carl Banks, Gary Reasons, Peppers, Andy Hedden, Robbie Jones. It went out and got Steve Diassi from Dallas, Byron Hunt. He would just bring in linebackers. He would just draft the linebackers. Now we're like, We don't need those guys. We got Leonard Williams. What do we got? Waiting to see Crowder get stiffed onto the ground. I'm waiting to see Crowder get bowled over. But you know what? It is what it is. Matthew says, well, Judge is a walk and talk and all talk show, for an example, 100%. Vinny G is in his house. Vinny G says, looking forward to the football this year, brother. So am I. I'm going to have fun this year. Said this a million times before. Win or lose, right or wrong, good or bad, I'm having some fun. I'm having some fun as the season takes on. What is this sitting over here in the side of my office? Hold on a second. Everyone amuse yourself. Oh, that's a card. Now, I can't find my magnet. My magnet fell off, and I don't know where it went. LJ's got 27-24 G-Man. We're not looking for the scores yet, LJ, but you're welcome to the party. You're dropping it in there. We got Jay Emanuel said fans think fans are scared to be honest with themselves. I mean, I think honesty is always the best policy. I think honesty is what's going to get you through the day. Honesty is going to get you through the season. I mean, you look at this roster, I think if I've said it before, if you're looking at it from an honest perspective out of 32 teams, maybe we rank 28th in regards to talent. I know right now Detroit's everyone's darling because of Hard Knocks. I understand that. I get that clearly. But you have to figure the Giants have minimal talent. They have minimal NFL talent. And they're going up against a tough opponent at home with probably the best running back in the league. Yes, there's a chance. There is a chance. There is a moment that this could turn the Giants' way. Because if Saquon Barkley turns back to the days of yore, we have the opportunity to maybe do something. So you know what we're saying?
Telling me there's a chance. Yeah.
Oh, there's always a chance. There's always an opportunity. There's always something that could happen. But we have to be honest with ourselves. We got to just be joyful that football is back and we get to watch the Giants. Matthew says, Summer Jay. Then there's online Big Blue Cult members. We love Tim. Tim is good. You know what? It's difficult to do that without blinking, but I think not blinking gives more of the retrospect of the fact that we're a cult. Cult of personality. I know your anger. I know your pain. So your God's name. I ask the questions there need to be. I'm the cult of online Big Blue personality. True that. And James Williams says, and here we go. What's up, James? James, call me. You don't have to send me voicemail messages or whatever messages because you don't have an Apple, so I can't send them back. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Kyle S. goes 42-7. Giants win. Lol. Smelling the sarcasm. I smell it. James William in his house. We got Alex coming in here saying, Alex says, all I ask is to be above 500. I want some hope we deserve it for all the pain that we're suffering. Alex, I'm going to tell you this, Alex. It's not going to happen. I'm going to be honest. It's not. I see 3 to 4 wins. It does. And you know what? Whatever happens today, just enjoy the day. Whatever happens. If we win, that's great. That's awesome. But keep it with tempered enthusiasm because of the fact that it's going to make you a better fan. Because at the end of the day, if we win today and get smoked at home by Carolina, it's just what it is. It's a long season. There is a long way to get to the end of that tunnel. There is a long way to go. And we have to, you know what? Let's just, we got the game at 4:00. We're going to sit there. I'm excited. I'm pumped. You know what? And I'm going to, the new phrase for the New York Giants 2022 season, when we're getting ready to play is going to be
Autobots, roll out.
We rolling. Picture me rolling. That's what we're going to be doing. Smash that like button, says Matt. So smash the like, says Mr. Cone. We got Big Dash knows, and how's those that do not know? Big Dash is a giant YouTuber. Tim, it's Sunday, so my optimism is an all-time high, but I know at least Roche gets called up. You know what? It's great to have optimism. It's great. I got optimism. I'm sitting here thinking we're going to win. I got my fan hat on. I don't have my I don't have my thought process hat on. I have my fan hat on. See, I got my giant sticker. I got my fan hat. All day I'm going to walk around wearing my Giants cape, which they sent me. There we go. For everyone, I got my Giants cape on as well. So look, I'm a fan. So at the end of the day, though, just whatever happens. That's how you got to look at it. Chilling. How you doing? We're all good in here. We're all good. Hit that like button. Since James J. Emmanuel says, if Saquon returns to old, do you think it would be a good move to sign him or better move to move on? Here's the thing. If you're not good this year, let's say we're not good this year, what is the realm of possibility of us being good in the next 4 years, 3 years, especially if we get a new quarterback? What is the thought process of us then being good again? Because you cannot have a running back at a high price tag if you know you're not going to be competitive till like 2025. And if he's having a good season and there is a team, let's just say for argument's sake that the Baltimore Ravens, just throwing it out there, needs a running back. And they're in the playoff hunt and they need that running back. They'll probably pay a premium if Saquon Barkley's having a good year. So you have to look at what we're looking at the longevity of this team over a 5-year period of time, not just a microcosm of this one game in Tampa or a couple games in the season. It was so nice of the Giants as a season ticket holder that they sent me a cape. They know how much I love capes. There's only certain people that can pull off capes. Me and Billy D. Williams. Okay. He doesn't have his cape on right now, and I don't know where the other one is, but we're the only two guys that can pull off capes. Well, maybe Batman. Batman can probably pull off a cape. What does Zach Attack have to say? Zach Attack says, if Daniel Jones is struggling through the first 2 weeks of the season, when we bench him and put in Tyrod Taylor. Vinny G says, when we have some fan base in New York, so fan base hate DJ, want to talk tank for a quarterback. Then other fans think we are winning 11 games. We're so far over the board. Everyone's over the board everywhere. That's why I said, have a beer. Don't cost nothing. Just relax. Have a good time. You know what? Don't worry about the win. And like we've said it a million times, Joe Shane is not sold on Daniel Jones. Joe Shane knows that Daniel Jones is not his quarterback. Joe Shane only has $50 million in cap space for next year. He's not going to sit there and designate it for all of Daniel Jones. And the fact that he is $5 million, a week and a half ago, he was $5 million over the cap. And he thinks so much of Daniel Jones. He basically says, we love Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is our guy. Now hold my beer. I got to get on a plane and go to Ohio because there's a quarterback I need to scout. Never seen that. I've never seen a GM a week and a half before the season go scout a college quarterback. That should tell you where the trust level is. The phone is so last century. I know. I'm so Gen X. That's why we don't care about nothing. Listen, I lived through hair metal, grunge. I've gone pop. I mean, true hip hop, true R&B, true pop. So you know what? We just run the spectrum. So we just don't care. Matthew says, Tim reads all comments. I am Iron Man. Someone said to me the other day, you donate all your money to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital for your super chats. And they were like, you could get a lot more super chats if you just didn't read all the comments. If you do like everyone else does and only read the super chats. So I read everyone's comment because you know what? If you take the time to come here and you take the time to come and be a part of this, I'm going to read your comment. I will tell you this. Sometimes it's tiring. Matthew says, love it. Tim is the best. Thank you, Matthew. It's a long way to Tipperary. I know that song, but no one else is going to know it. James Williams says, Zach, I saw that. Hopefully he turns around. Mike Lee also comes in and said, now that's the cult leader hat. I got a cult. I'm a cult leader hat. I'm a cult. Oh, we got Damian Jackson. This isn't my Sunday morning cartoons. I could make it a cartoon. Do the monkey with me. See, Johnny Bravo. Now you're watching Johnny Bravo. All right, there you go. It was a cartoon. Jay says, chances Barkley outrushes Henry. The chances are not good. People are going to point to 2019. Barkley had his worst game of his career against the Tennessee Titans, our worst game of that season against Tennessee Titans. while the line for Tennessee, I would say, is not up to NFL specifications at times. Like I said, they had problems all this preseason. And the biggest issue, I think, with Tennessee is the fact that they were having difficulties running the ball. And they were having difficulties pass protecting, but they were also playing their second team guys. So we have to kind of wait. And we know if you watch this show, last year, Tennessee was the number 1 ranked team in the league for designation of cap space towards the offensive line. And Tannehill was still sacked 47 times. So their offensive line is in a little bit of a sputter, a little bit of bad shape, a little bit of flux. So we just got to kind of wait and see where this happens. But Derrick Henry is a downhill runner. Derrick Henry hits the hole hard.
That's what she said.
You know how to play that. He hits the hole hard, and that's what he does. He doesn't dance. He attacks. And that's easier to do. Even when you have bad offensive line, that's easy to do. Now, the offensive line issues that Tennessee has could play into the Giants' favor in reference to the pass rush and the secondary. And we're going to talk about that in a moment. We got a Hurricane Ohio dropping the big super chat for the kids. I think Bryce Young would be the quarterback I'd pick if we get the number 1 pick. Do I think it's Bryce Young? I don't think it's Bryce Young. I don't. I'm actually, it's funny. I'm actually kind of looking at CJ Stroud right now. I really am. I kind of got a curiosity about him. I don't really want to talk about next year because we haven't even kicked off the season yet. We haven't even kicked it off yet. I'm just looking at him right now. And there was something about him against that Notre Dame game. There was something in that Notre Dame game that made me think about it because of the fact that if you watch the Notre Dame game, he did not have his best game statistically. Now he crushed Arkansas State, but he didn't have his best game statistically against Notre Dame. But what happened was, if you watched it, they played two deep safeties. Notre Dame did. They did. They were limiting the ability for him to CJ Stroud to attack the secondary. And then when he took what the defense gave him, and when they brought up the safeties, he attacked and threw for two touchdowns that won the game. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. Bryce Young was crap yesterday against Texas for a while. And again, he just wasn't playing up to his specifications, but he had the game-winning drive. So that shows me something in regards to that as well. Let's go here, Billy. We got Billy D. Williams, Big Dash. We are big Billy D. Williams fans. The expression here is cool. The same thing that Billy used to always say. He's as cool as the other side of the pillow. And I've always told people, if you don't know exactly, if you only know Billy D from Star Wars, go watch the movie Nighthawks. Go watch the Colt 45 commercials. Go watch the Colt 45 commercials when he's in the full jacket, the fedora. He's got the dogs barking at him. He walks by. Billy D is the epitome of cool. There is me, and then just below me is Billy D. Williams. That's how cool we are. What does Kyle have to say? Kyle says, I think there are more possibilities of giving Kenny G more money than keeping Saquon and Jones. There are probably 3. Kenny's going to be here next year. Unless we're going to eat a tremendous amount of cap space, Kenny's going to be here. Leonard Williams is going to be here. People are like, well, Leonard Williams' number went from like 25 to 32 next year. And people are like, well, they're just going to restructure again. No, they're not going to restructure again. They've already given him a voidable year in 2024 for $6 million, and he's not going to be on the team. Next year is Leonard Williams' last season with this team. So what the Giants are going to do is very simple. They're just going to let him play out his contract, and they're going to say sayonara to him in 2024. What have we got here? James Williams. I've never seen a GM go to a college game 1 week before. I've never seen that. Good morning to Mark Stewart. Good morning to you. Vinny G. Big Dash knows what New York Giants football. What's up, Big Dash? Great content. Great brother. You know what? Like I said, I don't watch a lot of Giant content, and I've only watched a couple of videos. I think I watched 2 videos of Big Dash. So I'm not going to sit here and proclaim to be an expert about him, but I liked it. I liked what I saw. So you know what? Go over there and subscribe to the Big Dash. I don't know. I had it. I had his thing. Oh, here we go. I'm going to put it on the ticker. There he is. There's Big Dash. What you need to do right now is do this. Go open up another browser, subscribe, and just come right back, but don't leave the chat. Oh, my Goodness gracious. What's going on? Great balls of fire. What do we got here? James. Let me get James first. Tim would get a cape chest. Could get more super chest if he spoke positive all the time. We're going to win every game and said that everyone on the roster was a Pro Bowler. That's how it works. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. Everything's great. We're winning 17. The entire offense is Pro Bowlers. The entire defense is Hall of Famers. And we're going to win every game. We are going 47-0 this year. It didn't work, James. What do we got here, Black Murder McKnight? Call me crazy. All right, you're crazy. All right, moving on. I'm just kidding. Call me crazy, but the Giants will upset the Tennessee Titans 27-24, a comeback win. I'm going to give you my prediction in about 20 minutes. Going to give you my prediction soon. Do you think Saquon Barkley could have a single 50-yard run today? He could if he attacks the line. If he goes back to the Shermer Saquon Barkley, where Shermer pulled him aside that rookie season and said, listen, East and West, stop it. Go north, young man. Go north. No East and West. Go north and south. If he does that, there's a possibility. There's always a possibility. What do we got here? Jay says, smash that like button. Mark Stewart says, let's get the win. Giants for life. What do we got? What's Stan here? Stan says, your thoughts on Anthony Richardson since he is the conductor of the Malik Willis Express. It's Daniel Jones at the end.
All aboard the Malik Willis Express.
Stan, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. And I'm a conductor of the Malik Willis Express. I don't know if I'm got a Malik Willis jersey on or something here right now. Hidden under my giant cape. Dun, dun, dun. I'm Giant Man. Your thought, I haven't watched Anthony enough to give my total thoughts yet. And like I said, I have not even started looking at the quarterbacks yet because of the fact that probably like around week 6, I'll start looking. I mean, I like the kid. I think he's got the athleticism. I think he's got some. I think he's. Well, we're not going to talk about Anthony Rich right now, but I do like the kid, and we'll have a video coming out in the next couple weeks. Zach said, I'm worried the Giants will get very pass happy since KC, a la Kafka, installed the game plan. Buffalo and pass happy teams last year. Josh Allen was a run for the Buffalo. I agree. I agree. I think the Giants should just ground and pound it, control the clock, keep the ball out of the hands of Derrick Henry. How did Baltimore D hold up against Henry the past couple of years? I don't know. What do we got? Chismo 06 says LT still doing ho. LT he might be.
What's your sign?
Now, gentlemen, what brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
I will be labeling the soundboard this year. That's my wife's job. All right. James Williams says, if we can't win either one of these first 2 games, then it's going to be a long season. It could potentially be a long season. But you know what? We are going to, what we're going to do now? We are going to focus on the now. We are going to focus on the moment. And that's what we're going to focus on right now, because we need to focus on just this game alone, because I think it'll be better for us if we do. And like I said, at the end of the day, if we win, it's going to be something special. If we lose, it's going to be something not special. But let's focus on the now. Don't look back, darling. I only focus on the now. The last time the Giants won a home opener was 9-11 in 2016. All right, so that would be if you were a betting person and you were superstitious. I think that would be your sign to bet. To bet heavy on the Giants. I'm not telling anyone to bet heavy on the Giants. I'm not telling anyone to bet at all. Let's see here. He says, I'm thinking it's going to be a long season. Yeah, it might be. Blackbird said, so how fitting would it be for them to win today? It would be great if they won today. I would love to get to win today. I would love a win. I would be wearing my cape. If we win, I am going to the game with James Williams on his birthday. We're going to be sitting in the parking lot. We're going to do a live stream from the parking lot that Sunday. That's going to be fun. 10:30 in the morning at the Giant game, doing a live stream. And if we win today and that happens, I will wear my Giant cape. I will wear my Giant cape all around the red lot, right in front of the Verizon. You'll see me. I'll be sitting there on top of the hood of my car going, dun, 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 I'm Giant Man. And then we'll probably lose. Let's see. Mike Lee says, need to tell DJ, under no circumstance are you supposed to take an offensive snap between the 19-yard lines and the end zone. Good process. If you are Daniel Jones, score from the 20. Don't go inside the red zone. Just score from the 20. But we're thinking positive. We have a feng shui today. Matthew says it's gonna be a long season. I know that, Matthew. What's just Joseph says Dubs today. Yep, we gotta go. Billy D just copied Youngblood Priest. Billy D just copied Youngblood Priest. Okay. What is guys? Did you see Stroud on the Pivotal podcast on YouTube? You need to check it out. No, I don't really watch YouTube. I know it's kind of a conundrum and an oxymoron, but I'm on YouTube, but I don't watch YouTube. I like movies. What do we got here? We got 24 Giants. Book it. We are going to book it. We're going to be giving our predictions in about 15 minutes. Brad, our future quarterback is playing for the University of Kentucky. Yes, a lot of people like the kid from the University of Kentucky. Mr. The Hardway says, I really don't know how to feel about the season. 5th-year option denied. Offense quarterback with no experience calling plays. General manager already scouting for next year. And I think I can be emotionally invested. I don't think, Mr. Hardway, you don't have to be emotionally invested. Just have fun. Have a good time. And I'm going to show you something that's going to help you. This is from Mr. Hardway. This is going to help you get through the Giant season if it goes awry. Okay? This is going to help. This is like medicine. Okay? A little bit of that in the coffee. A little bit of that in the Coke. A little bit of that in the afternoon coffee. A little bit just for a little bit, and you'll be fine. You won't even know. You'll be having such a good time, you'll forget there's football. Vinny Big Dash says, thank you, Vinny G. Thank you, Tim. You are kind. Thank you, brother. You're very welcome, Vinny G. And I'm sorry, Big Dash knows. What do we got here? I feel like this is going to be a very ugly game on both sides. Either the Titans win or the Giants surprisingly get a few turns and still only win 3 games. What is the weather right now in Tennessee? That is the question for me. I forgot to look that up. Let's go see what the weather is right now for the Tennessee Titans game. We got some, let's see here. It's cloudy right now. 83 degrees. Let's see. 40% chance of rain. 70% chance of rain this evening. I only worry about that because I equated Derrick Henry to a mutter. A horse that runs well. If you do the horse races, that's a horse that runs well on a wet, muddy track. And he is a guy that can run. Weather does not affect him. That's what I would say. Weather does not affect him. I'd be more concerned about these sloshy conditions if Saquon Barkley than I would for Derrick Henry. You should check out Stroud's interview. I already read that. We got people smiling. I like when people smile. More than liking Marcus Johnson, and Slayton adds to Let's Go Giants. I don't like Marcus Johnson. And Rick, why do you like Marcus Johnson? Just, and I'm not picking on him, but just out of curiosity, what makes you think if you watch Marcus Johnson, what's so great about him? And I'm not picking on him, but why? I think it's a curious question to ask. But why do you like Marcus Johnson? Just curious. Because I don't see it. I wish I did, but I don't see it. Jay says, besides Tate Crowder, who else are you keeping an eye on this team? You got to keep an eye on Dexter Lawrence. You got to keep an eye on Leonard Williams. You got to keep an eye on that right side of the offensive line. You got to keep an eye on the interior of the line. You got to keep an eye on Gawinski. That's probably where I'm going to go. Let's see. Stroud seems to be a little sweet. I don't know. Like I said, we're going to get in there. We're going to get into that. We're going to get in that later. Let's see. Gonna lie. We finally have all of our receivers. We could put up some numbers. Do we really have all of our wide receivers? And I'm only asking, that's not really a rhetorical question, but do we really have all of our wide receivers? Because we don't know. We don't know what's going to go on. We don't know how much Kadarius Toney is going to play. Kadarius Toney, you never know. You never know how much he's going to play. You never know how much he's not going to play. We have no idea because of the fact that he never plays, and he's one of those guys that kind of shows up but doesn't show up. And that's what we have to be very cautious about. We got to be cautiously optimistic about this because how often is he going to play? He hasn't played in the preseason. He less than 25% of the practices that he was involved in. There was a couple practices where he was just on the side doing some work in the end zone and did not look like he had any fluidity in reference to movement. So I don't know yet. Let's just have to wait and see. Let's see. T-Brad says, I'm hoping for a win today. I'm hoping for a win today too. Dexter Lawrence and King of the Almost Sacks have to set up.
King of the almost sack.
If those two do not control the line, if they do not control the interior, it will be a very long day. Okay, a real question. Does Kenny G catch a touchdown finally? You know, I'm going to shock you here, James. Yes. Going to shock you there. He finally catches a touchdown. If we could have been any worse, Kayvon Aziz, but it sucks big times that him and Aziz are probably out today. They are. They're out today. They're not going to play today. They're not good. They already called up Quincy Roche and what's his name, the safety. Let's see. T-Brad says, if anyone watched Florida versus Kentucky, you might have seen why Richardson doesn't look like a good NFL quarterback. I don't know if Richardson's going to be a good NFL quarterback or a bad NFL quarterback. I think we just need to wait and see exactly what happens. Kenny G has looked uninterested in playing, so I don't know if he'll even be targeted. You have to. If we do not target Kenny G in this game, we're in a lot of trouble because you cannot rely on Kadarius Toney and Wan'Dale Robinson right now, because we don't know we don't have a sample of her body of work. And I'm going to say this again, I'm going to keep repeating this. I'm concerned for Wan'Dale because of the fact of his size and the fact that he doesn't seem at times to understand how to protect himself on the field in the NFL. And I love it because Shane and Dable and Kafka have talked about trying to teach Daniel Jones how to protect himself. And it's year 4 for him. And I get, if you watch the Bengals game, Wan'Dale took a pass, didn't know his surroundings, and got leveled. And he got spun over. You can go watch the play. He got spun around. I mean, not spun around, he got flipped around. He needs to understand his surroundings, and he needs to understand where for a small guy, he doesn't have that Tariq Cohen feel. He doesn't. Tariq Cohen, who's injured again, had that feel when he was on the field. He had an understanding where to put himself. Kayvon Thibodeau even broached the subject a little bit in reference to the chop block. He mentioned the fact that, with proper technique and understanding, he's going to avoid those things. But the problem is he did not understand or have the teaching or tutelage yet, because he's new into the league, exactly how to get himself out of that situation, how to get around the guy that's going low. And he basically said, he talked to the tight end, everything was cool. He understands it, but he also understands that better technique is going to help him next time that situation occurs. And that's what you need to worry about with Wan'Dale. I'm calling it now. Kenny G has more drops than catches. Big Dash says Anthony Richardson had a horrible game yesterday, so people are coming out after him to bash him. The kid is raw, and that was his 3rd start ever. I'm not bad. Like I said, I'm not bad. I will start. I'm not going to bash anyone. First of all, week 8, like I said, 6 to 8. That's what I'm going to say before we start. Like, Big Chris in the house. Good morning. Happy Giants football New Year. Happy New Year to you. What do we got here? My friend Barkley has to have a good game for us to win. He does. He has to have a smash game. Make sure you hit that like, smash it, trash it, hit with a hammer and bash it. Big Dash, typical Twitter people. It's all Twitter people. Big Razzle the Great says, big old thumbs up. We got Frank saying, Timmy, football is here. The sounds of Sinatra and the way you look tonight. That was kind of like an Elvis Frank Sinatra thing going on over here. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Yeah, goodness gracious me. If we win today, it'll be the first time ever we had a winning record in like 4 years. Well, that's not wrong. You're right. Just for Big Frankie. Just for Big Frankie. That's what Frankie gets. I'm just going to be Elvis for like the next 15 minutes or so. I like you. I like you, James. I'll buy you a Cadillac. We'll be able to get any pressure on Tannehill without two of our main pass rushers. You got to hope we can. You got to hope we will. You hope and I'll hurry. Can we? What do you think, Gobles? I don't know. I'm dead. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to rely on the secondary. The secondary, if with the talent we have on the field right now, is going to need. It's going to have to be our secondary from 2 years ago. It's going to have to hold on those extra 2 seconds to allow
King of the almost sack
to get to the quarterback. That's what it's going to have to allow. Vinny G says, I'm looking forward to how Kafka runs the offense today and gets to playmakers the ball like Wandale and Tony. I'm interested in seeing it too. And I'm on Daniel Jones or Scott Bruner. Scott Bruner, the gunslinger out of Delaware, beat the Cowboys to get into the playoffs. I forgot who we beat, the Eagles to advance, and lost to the 49ers. So he's made the playoffs and won a playoff game, even though in 81 Sims was taking them to the playoffs before he got hurt. And then the wheels fell off the bus for Bruner. So it's all good. Making my Sunday saucy. So it'll be in and out. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know what? Be that way. Just kidding. Hey, Chris. Hey, Tim. Can you give a shout out to my daughter, Erin, and tell her, let's go Giants? I'm going to do something even better for you, Chris. First of all, big shout out to Chris's daughter, Erin. Hello, Erin. This is Dylan Online Big Blue saying, let's go Giants. There you go. Big shout out to Erin. Razzle the Great says, the only goal this year for the team was to be competent, coaching, and play on the field. I agree. That should be. And my bar is really low. I should have read the next comment, shouldn't I? Does Malik Willis see playing time in third and shorts for his mobility? I'm going to tell you this right now, Zach. I said this last week. Yes. I think we are going to see Malik for like 3 plays. I do. And I'm a little scared if we do. Priest was the guy. Oh, Priest was the guy from Superfly. The original Superfly, or the one that they just remade? Because there's only one Superfly. That was a great movie. It's a great song, too. Superfly. Let's see. Kareem says, let's go Giants. What's going on, Tim and the chat? What's going? We got Kareem in here, so everything's all better. Mike Lee says, Tim is busy being a cult of personality. Is Gano back? Yes, Gano is back. T-Brad says, I'm waiting to see our 3rd round pick get out there and play great. Flat time. If Cordell Flott is on the field, things have gone horribly wrong. And you know that, T-Bad. We've gone horribly wrong. I will take Captain Morgan with my black rifle. Just an FYI, Pumpkin Spice is out for Black Rifle. If you have never had it, go on the Black Rifle website. Look at me. Look at the seriousness in my face. Go to the Black Rifle coffee site right now and go buy the Pumpkin Spice, because it is the greatest coffee in the history of the world. All right. And Frank says, not Italian, but used to F1. Well, I got to read these comments ahead of time. Sauce and football on Sunday doesn't get any better. Let's see here. Mr. Harway said, a little bit of that is a good prescription. It always is. We got Mike coming in here. Online Big Blue Sports Live. Press the like button. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Chill Daddy says, go G-Man. Henry's injuries are the only thing that can stop him. He's not injured. He's fine. He's fine. So, I mean, not that we want him to be fine. Not that we want him hurt either. Let's see here. Man, I don't know how today's going to go. Just looking forward to your post-game wrap-ups, good or bad. People have asked me if I'm going to do live streams, or if I'm going to live stream the game. The answer is no. I got my TVs all around me. I'm going to sit down on my little bar table, and I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to put my laptop, and I'm going to watch the games. Not that I don't love everybody, but it's me time. It's not you, it's me. I need me time. No, I'm just kidding. I have my wife sitting next to me too. But you know what? I'm going to do YouTube Shorts. I will do YouTube Shorts through the game, through probably 1 or 2. I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking about myself, why am I sitting here lying, telling you I'm going to do a lot of them? I'm going to do maybe 2. Rick says, if we add some depth at wide receiver, not saying he's great. But depth is depth. He also doesn't. He's a returner. That's the only good thing about it. Good question, Tim. Good question for you. Do you think Kafka calls the plays the whole season? No, I don't. I think two things are going to happen. The reason why he's not going to. One is going to happen that he is just going to. The offense is going to sputter, and the other option is the Giants are actually in some type of contention, and Dable, at a necessity, takes over for the play calling. James is cloudy with a chance of interceptions on both sides, except to see a stiff arm or two, but nothing like what we saw on Thursday night. I feel like Slayton, I keep saying I think Slayton is the guy. If you want a true professional outside wide receiver to go alongside Kenny G, it's Slayton. And everyone talks about the statistics for him last year, how they dropped exponentially, but so did the quarterback play all of last year. If your quarterback doesn't get you the ball, you can't have statistics. He was targeted the least amount than he was in his first two seasons, by like half. You take half away of something, that's not good. I better not see David still starting on the outside one too long. Kennedy, who knows what's going to be going on? I don't know. We'll see. I want to see if we get a touchdowns when we get to the red zone instead of getting field goals. Me too. Kennedy's hilarious. We have all these wide receivers. Effing hilarious. What is James up to? James, calling James Williams. Will they use Wandale the Wonder in the Wildcat or a trick play today? Yes, they are going to go with, and I've said this before, you could call it the T-bone. You could call it the giant, Wildcat or the giant cat, but they will do something. They will use something such as that today, at least twice. Kyle says we need a true wide receiver next year draft. I don't know, have a bunch of needs, but we haven't had a true wide receiver since Odell. You're not wrong. We got a zinger coming in. Wakey, eggs and bakey. Time for pancakey. Good morning from the West Coast. Tim and online Big Blue Sports Entertainment family. Until I got some sleep today. T-Brad just said we're going to have to learn from Texas yesterday. The touchdown win what game, not the field goal. You're right. Yeah, you're right. What a razzle have to say. I think we're going to get Kenny early and try to get him in the rhythm. If he doesn't work, I think we go elsewhere. I think you need to ground and pound. I think you need to take a play out of the Seattle win from a couple years back, set him up, grind it out, hopefully play good defense, and then set him up for big plays in the second half. So Mr. Samuel says, how big of a told you so if Malik gets a start and scores 2 touchdowns? I've already said this, and this is what scares me. I predicted that Giants are going to be winning 14. What did I say? I said the Giants going to be winning like 14-13, something like that. I don't know. I said it was going to be, I was thinking it was going to be 16-10. And Tannehill's going to get hurt. And in the last 2 minutes of the game, Malik Willis is going to come riding in, and he's going to drive the team down and score a touchdown. Now, I laughed because I played it in Madden. When I got the Madden, I fired up. So I played Tennessee and the Giants, and I posted it on Twitter. And what happened is Giants are up by 5, minute 40 left. Tannehill gets hurt. Malik Willis comes in, throws a touchdown to the corner of the end zone with I think 38 seconds left to the rookie. And they win by 2. So I don't know. I don't know if that was like projecting into the world. Kenny G does not catch a touchdown days. If he does, he hasn't done it in practice. I doubt he will do it in a game. Well, you know what? Practice is hard. Practice is difficult. Playing the games are easier. Everyone knows that if you are, you don't have to worry about that. We still have David Sills. We do have David Sills. I'm calling it right now. What are you calling? 3 of our starting wide receivers will not have more than 2 receptions. That's not good. Diet Ghost says it's an exciting day. It is an exciting day. It really is. I've missed the king of the almost sack soundbite. Well, just for you, Diet Ghost.
King of the almost sack.
Oh my God. We have Fensendor, or Farsendor, right here. He is a Tennessee Titan fan. The original. Yes. Ron O'Neal was the original Superfly. Going down by. I'm very curious how we use Rob. I'm curious to see how we use Robinson too. Is it too early for a joint and a mimosa? Let's see. It is 11:20. So no. Mimosa joint time. That started at 11:19. So you're actually a minute behind, T-Brad. What were you thinking? Oh my gosh. T-Brad, it's a 2 for 2 from T-Brad. We are suffering from the curse of Odell Beckham. Is it too early for a vodka on the rocks? Hell no, never too early for a vodka on the rocks. Make sure you're drinking Belvedere chilled in a martini glass. Razzle the Great also wants to say, hey, wait, Tim, how many touches does Barkley get today? I'm saying he needs to get a minimum of 25. And I'm saying a minimum. If I'm going to say this right now, if Saquon Barkley gets a minimum of 25 touches, this is going to be a close game. Just going to throw that if. Curious to see if Dable and the new staff has some effect on Daniel Jones not turning the ball over as much as the key. That it is. It's going to be a big key. So we have to wait and see. Over under. What does Thing have to say? Over under Daniel Jones. Over under 200. 220. 1.5 touchdowns. Over under. I'm actually going to go. I'm going to call it a push. So I think that's probably, I think 220 and 1 is probably what he's going to get. It's never too early. If Barkley gets 30 to 35 touches today, I don't know if we're winning the game, but the game will be close. What would Parcells have done with this roster? Parcells really only had one terrible roster, and that was his 83 season, the 3-12-1 season. And he had his stellar defense, and he was building the defense. It was the offense that was putrid. The running game was horrible with Butch Woolfolk, who had like 857 yards on like 4,968 carries. You had bad quarterback play with both Rutledge and Bruner, and then Sims got hurt in the Eagles game when he bashed his hand on a helmet and broke his thumb. So, I mean, that was a lost season. I think he would do the same thing. I think he would do the same thing that he did in 83. I think he would play his talent, play good defense, and hope to God everything works out. I agree. I'm aiming for about 28 to 32 touches. If we get that many, we're going to be okay. Could this team win like the 99? No. I was joking because I'm reading some of the comments ahead of time, because now I have to read comments ahead of time. No, this team could not beat the 99 Giants. Not even close. T-Brad says, truth, any truth to the room, the Giants will trade Daniel Jones for Paul Crewe. Which Paul Crewe? Burt Reynolds Paul Crewe or Adam Sandler Paul Crewe? Because I got to take Burt Reynolds as Paul Crewe. Not Adam Sandler. I could never see Adam Sandler as Paul Crewe. Wildcats, football sport kings, better than diamond ring. Football. That was an homage to Goldie Hawn. Wildcats on the goal line. DJ catches a touchdown. I hope not. I don't want to see the Philly special. I want to see the Giants special. The best way to build momentum is to win the game first, especially on the road. The W will help the coaching staff believe even more than itself. Make sure you hit the like button. We're only at 41 likes. Got 70 people in the room. We're only at 41 likes. Let me do the math there. You get 60. Now we got 67 people. And then you add that and subtract that and go via 41. By my math, we should have 9,478 likes. Let's see here. Preston, thank you. What do we got here? I want to know if a GM and coach survives a new quarterback in 2023. Will the inherent child give them time? Yes. Here's the thing. Here's the thing right now. Honeypot, I'm going to get you on later. Okay, my brother, I'm going to get you on in a little bit. Here's the thing right now. If the Giants, this coaching staff will survive, and this GM will survive as well, because of the fact that they are going to use this year as a rebuild year, and then next year they're going to turn around and say that they selected a quarterback, so they have their new quarterback. So they're basically, I've said this a million times, this season is a wash. It's a wash right now. And and that's why I said I'm not expecting a lot, because it's a wash because of the fact that they're going to call next year one, because they are going to say year one next year is because they have their quarterback. They've gotten their quarterback. They have their rookie quarterback. So right now what happens is you have that rookie quarterback, you then can start the clock. I'm going to throw out the link real quick. I don't know if T-Brad and James are floating around, because you know what? I always like to have T-Brad and James on for a little bit while we're doing this. We're almost an hour in here. We're going to start giving our predictions too. We're also going to start giving a, what do we got to give away today? I cleaned my desk. And that didn't work out too well. We're gonna give away something. We're gonna give away this chicken and the egg coffee mug. Chicken or the egg? No, we're not giving that. That's my coffee mug. Not giving away baby Saquon. You can we're either gonna give away a chicken or egg coffee mug or a wrench. Anyone want a wrench? Or we're going to give away, you can either have the chicken or egg coffee mug, the wrench, or the 1990 giant Super Bowl ring, replica ring. So we're going to do a little contest. Your choices are the chicken or the egg mug, the wrench, or the ring. It's a replica 1990 Super Bowl ring. Frank says, I want the wrench. Later, guys, I'm expecting a rant. There's not going to be a rant. We're all good here. Let's see. How often do they utilize the tight end in the pass game against their core linebackers? Who? The Giants or the Titans? Which one are we talking about? Yes, we could also give away a t-shirt, I guess. We can make, what we could do? We can make an online Big Blue t-shirt with your name on it. I could do that well. What size is the wrench?
That's what she said.
Hey, Jay, you knew that was coming. Oh, wait.
That's what she said.
Sometimes it's twice. Sometimes it's good twice in one day.
That's what she said.
I need a wrench. Everybody wants the wrench. I said a wrench, not a wench. Okay. All right. Can we calm it down? I don't know. This is a size 19.
That's what she said.
Sorry. It's been a long day. Been up since 5. I need a 3-inch wrench. All I have to say is my wrench is bigger than 3 inches. So
that's what she said.
Oh my goodness. Can we talk football? Can I get into football? James, T-Brad, where the hell are you? Come save me. Oh my God. Mike Lee says, I want the Black Rifle coffee mug. I can get you a Black Rifle coffee mug. I can get you that. We can give that away. We're going to have to do all right. So here's a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway right now. Doing a giveaway right now. Is everyone ready? Daniel Jones or Billy Kilmer? Billy Kilmer. Not even a debate. We are doing this right now. Here's the giveaway. Here are your choices. You can have the 1990 replica Super Bowl ring, the chicken or the egg coffee mug, the wrench, or we can get you a personalized with your name online Big Blue t-shirt. And it's the first person to answer the question. We are going to do the first person to answer to first, and you cannot Google as I Google. Let's see here. All right, we're ready. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to get a good question here. We're going to have a good question. Hold on. I'm trying to find a good question here. Let's go. So everyone's ready. Everyone's got to get ready. Please tell me everyone's ready for the trivia question. And it's going to be the first person that puts in the right answer. Okay. Oh, here we go. Ultimate NFL. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. All right. I'm looking for a good question. Oh, I don't even know that one. Okay, are we ready? Nobody can look this up. Okay. All right. Are we ready? I have the question. Are we ready? So the question is for either the ring, the wrench, the coffee mug, or the monogram t-shirt. Are we ready? And you just have to do whoever's the first person that pops up on my screen with the answer. Are we ready? And I'm vamping because of the fact that I'm still looking for a question. All right, here we go. The question is, Kurt Warner was responsible for 6 touchdowns as a Giant. How many seasons did it take Kurt Warner to reach 6 touchdowns? And it's going to be the first person that comes up on the chat. Kurt Warner, 6 touchdowns in total as a Giant. How many seasons did it take him as a Giant to get to 6? Honey Pot, you are the winner. You are the winner. We got a lot of people. Half. We had a, and then he backs up with a half. It was a half. I said, Honeypot, you are the winner. You get to choose what item you want. You can have the 1990 Super Bowl replica ring. You can have the wrench. You can have the chicken or the egg coffee mug, or you can have a personalized online. We're personalizing shirts now. You can have a personalized Honeypot online Big Blue T-shirt. It's gonna be up to you. Man, I wanted the damn wrench. Kareem says 6 games, but it was 1 year. It took him 1 year. He played only one. That's why it was a trick question. I was also just trying to make it easy. So the last time we straight to Gibraltar. You should just win for the Straits of Gibraltar. That's probably the best trivia question answer that I've ever had. I laugh because we play like trivia games and things, and I would always just guess 12, no matter what the question is. 12. And my wife asked me once, "Why do you just guess 12?" I said, "Because one day the answer is going to be 12, and then you're going to need me." He's here, the man, the myth, the trivia legend. He's outside, so we know what's going on. It's the T-Brad. What's going on, T-Brad? And he froze.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm just going to keep that on because you know what? That is a happy face. That I got to stop wearing this cape. This king is hot. The lights are hot too. That's a T-Brad. You got to come back, my brother. There we go. We're gonna have to drop you out of the chat there, T-Brad, for a second there. So the answer was the Straits of Gibraltar. But Honeypot, you got to tell us. You got to let us know in the chat what prize are you choosing. What's your prize? Are you choosing the wrench, the 1990 replica ring, the coffee mug, or the personalized online Big Blue T-shirt? So let us know in the chat if you can, and also all three. No, you only pick one. You only get one. This is not The Price is Right. I don't have that kind of money. I mean, me, I gotta give money to the sick kids. Is that really what you want? You want the sick kids not to get donations so you can get all three? And I'm just joking. But I need the wrench and I want the ring. You have to pick. Honeypot's taking the ring. Honeypot, and I think you've emailed me before, but just email me at tim@onlinebigbblue.com. Email me at tim@onlinebigbblue.com. We have, I like to refer to these guys as the Black Cheech and Chong. We have James Williams in the house. Let's go. Can you hear me?
What up? What up?
I need audio. Hold on. Wait a minute. Go. Talk.
You hear me?
Now I can hear. Now I got you.
Okay,
now I got you. So we lost Chong because like I said, you are now the Black Cheech and Chong, which is
I seen my my Wolverine brother, as I said to him in the chat. I seen him real quick, so I said let me pop on and bring some good wishes on this week 1. Let's go.
Bring some wishes, bring some vibes. Irish Rover says, "What's up, James?"
What up, Irish?
He's Irish. I'm working with Irish Rover right now to see about him coming out and coming to a game. We're gonna try to drop it. We're gonna try. Here we go. We ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. There we go.
Fingers crossed. Am I in?
Fingers crossed. You are in the chat. We got James. We got T-Brad. We got the. I don't know what we got, but we got something here.
James, what up, brother? What's going on, brother? Big Blue. Yeah, Big Blue doing good. So far.
So far, hey, we haven't lost yet. We have a winning record. Just getting through the day. Just trying to get to 4:00.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my day started right.
T-Brad, the countdown's on. We got 5 hours. It's under 4.5 hours now. What's your prediction for this game? What do you see? What do you see in Happy? What do you say?
All right, my being optimistic unrealistically, we go out there, we kick their butt, and Danny Dimes plays great. But we don't have corners.
No,
we can't stop. We can't stop the run up the middle.
Nope.
The running back they have is pretty good. I mean,
he's all right.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He's all right.
You could do worse. You could do worse.
Not bad.
Yeah. So it seems like all of their strengths play to all of our weaknesses.
Yep.
So, but it's the first week, so maybe they're not crisp, and maybe we get some luck, because luck is part of skill, I guess we could say.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
hopefully we can win, but I see it 27-13. I'm just trying to see if we can get more touchdowns than field goals in the red zone. That is, if we do that, I'm happy.
That's not a lot to ask. And James, James, what are you seeing here, man? What is you've gazed into the James crystal ball? You're looking at this game. What are we seeing?
You know what? I think these first two games, I think we could really win these first two games. I think we should be optimistic until we have a reason not to be. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to keep it real. We're hours away before kickoff. So you know what? I'm just going to call it as I see it. Like I said, I'm going to wait until week 8 until I really go off and
see what's going on here.
But today, honestly, let's be serious about today. If we take, and I know this is stupid to say, but take Derrick Henry, put him on the side for a second, because we know he's a problem. But we're playing against Ryan Tannehill, who's basically a little better version of our guy. And his
Can you really say that about a guy that's thrown for over 4,000 yards 4 times, has led his team to the playoffs on multiple occasions?
Well, listen,
You better listen to our cult leader. You listen to our cult leader.
Listen, I know he's made the playoffs, but when your best attribute over the last couple of years is doing this, hut, handoff, hut, handoff, hut, handoff, then yeah, you're gonna make the playoffs if you're handing off to that guy and you don't blow the game like he did in the playoff game last year. So I get what you're saying, and he did have I think 1 or 2 good, decent years in Miami. So I'm not saying the guy is total trash, but he is basically the ceiling for what they said our guy is. So if we're playing against that, then we shouldn't be scared of him. That's what I'm saying. We're not scared of Ryan Tannehill. They don't have A.J. Brown. They don't have Julio. They got Traylon Burks. We're going to have to watch him. As Brother T. Brad said, one of our corners, hopefully Adoree, wants to get some revenge. Maybe he'll pick him off. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is from there. Back to Burnham, as me and my friends call it, whenever somebody goes back to play their old team. So you know what? First game of the year, like T. Brad said, people are going to be a little rusty. Listen, they're going to take us as a win. We're going into Tennessee. Those guys in the locker room, they're going, we got the Giants coming in. We got to win this game.
They are favored to win their division. But I have a bigger question. Are you wearing your cousin's Daniel Jones jersey that I sent?
No, he's here. I'm wearing it because he's here.
So you stole his jersey.
No, he's here. I said, listen, I'm about to get on the stream.
Okay.
I'm going to show my support because I'm a Giants fan. We're Giants fans here. So I want the team to succeed. So I'm wearing this in support of our quarterback for however long he's our quarterback. Whatever, I'm not putting out any negative vibes. Like I said, I'm going to wait till week 8 before I go on.
I like it.
If the Giants win today, James, I want you to wear that next Sunday.
Listen, calm down. That's my birthday. I'm going to wear what I want on my birthday. We're not going to do all that stuff. Oh, good looking, brother.
All right. You know what? I've been waiting to give my pick, and I've been thinking about this now for about the last minute. And I just have a feeling, and it's one of those feelings that where does this go? Where does this team go? Where does this team roll? I mean, Tennessee there are so many positives to Tennessee. There's so many negatives to the Giants, but I'm going Giants 21, Tennessee Titans 17.
I like it.
I have Tennessee driving at the end for the win. And to James's point, Adoree Jackson with the revenge game picks off Tannehill. Now, people got to remember, the first teamers for Tennessee have not played. Look what happened 3 years ago, or was it 2 years ago, when the Bears, who were picked to go to the playoffs, did not play any of their first teamers. They started like 1-6. They turned it around and made the playoffs, but they started horrendously. My thought process is this: you ground and pound. If Saquon Barkley touches the ball 30 times this game, 25 to 30 times, we are winning this game because that means we are controlling the clock, playing clock management, and we are moving in the right direction. I actually do think that Kenny G gets on the board because even a blind squirrel can find an acorn, and that's what I'm thinking is going to happen in this game. And T-Red's like, I thought I was smoking. What time did he get up? I mean,
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, there is something in the wind. There is something in the water. There is something that tells me that this is going to be. Now, here's the thing, though. And then I'm gonna throw in this caveat. I have a feeling we win today and get blown out by Carolina.
Oh,
Could happen.
That's what
I'd
I'm
be
saying.
happy for winning. I'd be happy for having a winning record for the first time in 4 years. I'm like, yes, we did it. And James, just to your point, you talk about the Giants doing well. So you're hoping for me to have a Baldy at the end of the season and you have that Michigan tattoo.
No, I'm just talking about today. I'm talking about today. Just today. Game 1. Yeah, no.
Well, I'm just saying. I remember.
I forgot about that.
Oh no, I didn't forget. I'm of my word. So anybody, can hold me to this. Tim's gonna have the cornrows for the year.
Getting cornrows.
I'm cutting my dreads, and James is getting a Michigan
Again.
tattoo.
Yes,
Big
sir.
old M on the
That's
side.
right.
We're gonna make sure you get the Michigan in there, so you can't confuse that and be like Missouri. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be like, it's Minnesota.
Yeah. We gotta make sure we get it put through there.
Oh my God!
Listen, man. I mean that. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, I'll say that anytime I come on here in the chat. Like, that is a standing bet. Along with the guy who bet me a Poppy Cockers hoodie, who I haven't been able to find for 4 months on Tim's chat. We're here now. The season is here. Not going to be able to find that guy who bet me that on the Giants having a winning record. So it's all good.
Well, James,
What up?
who was the guy? Do you know who it is?
I forgot it. I know his face. If I see his face, forgot his name.
It's all right.
Nah, you're good. But I can't remember. I remember his face, brother. Yeah, I remember his
But
face.
I can tell you how to get him. You talk to our cult leader. His name is Tim.
We love Tim. Tim is good. There you go.
Yes, just certain things because of the character, the person I am. I just laugh when people say that. I was like, damn, we're a cult leader because we agree. Everything is extreme nature these days.
Wouldn't other channels who are positive about everything and say nothing negative, and everyone just follows that because they're always saying positive things? Wouldn't that be a cult?
Oh, that is.
Well,
Any organization that you just hear the positive and the good side, and we don't speak realism, and we're not in reality, and we just speak all the fluff, and no, you leave that stuff over there. We just positivity. That's how documentaries start. And then
but it's the sign of the times, though, brother. It's just the sign of the times. It's like you can't even be objective. Like I'm like, yo, Daniel Jones isn't good. Oh man, you're a hater. The hell you mean I'm a hater? He's the quarterback of my team. I want him to be out there kicking ass.
Well, the problem is you're a hater because you're not supporting him, even though he sucks.
Like, listen, I drive a Kia Optima. I would love for this to be a Maserati, but it isn't. It's a Kia Optima. It's a Kia Optima. I made a deal. I went behind door number 3. And when I went behind door number 3, it was a Kia Optima. So I had to act like somebody on, Family Feud. Good answer. It was what it was. And then you look at people with Daniel Jones, it's like, yo, it's the line. I was like, yo, he knew his line sucked when he started the game. So he shouldn't have been getting sacks for holding the ball. I remember Tim had that stat for how long he held the ball. I said, if he held the ball that long.
Last 2 seasons.
It cannot be, you can't only blame the line.
First is 2 years ago, he was the top 3. He held on the ball the 3rd longest in the entire league. This last season, he was like number 6. In reference to holding on the ball too long. And the problem is, I wish Daniel Jones was a Kia. Because at least with the Kia, it runs. It does.
Listen,
it works.
I wish he was Al Bundy's Dodge.
We have the 93 Toyota Corolla that's in the front yard. That's what we have right now. I like I said, I wish. I'm jealous.
Bet that thing still runs. I bet that 93 still runs.
I bet He probably does.
I bet it's still a Toyota Corolla runs forever.
Well, we had a Toyota Corolla, and we got it back in 2006, and that thing the paint was coming off to everything. But you know what? It still ran. It ran like a clock.
It's going to turn over. It's going to look like something out of Mad Max, but it's going to turn over.
Mike Lee says Daniel Jones is a Model T. So Frankie S said, so you're saying there's a chance? Of course there's a chance. Fritz says, I would love to be surprised by this team today. I am sick of being right about this team. That's what I'm saying. Let's be confident about this team today. There's something in the air. And I don't think it's Maui Wowie. It's something in the air in Tennessee floating. There's things that are coming in place. And you have a team that's got a deficiency in the offensive line. You have a team that has an underrated, not an underrated, but a pretty bad secondary right now because of the fact that they haven't gelled in Tennessee. You have a wide receiver. Your top guy is Robert Woods and then a rookie. I like Austin Hooper, and I think he was underutilized in Tampa because they had a plethora of tight ends. And if you can figure out a way to keep Henry contained, you're not going to stop him. He may still gain 125 yards, but if you keep him contained within the 20s, and you keep them getting threes in the red zone, why not? If the Giants can ground and pound, if the Giants can then go pull a Seattle and go second half play action, hit them deep on the big play, and then play good defense, it could happen.
I hate to go against our cult leader. I apologize. But those scenarios.
You're out of the cult.
Oh.
You're out of the cult. You do that, you get your ass thrown out of the cult.
Yeah, but those scenarios probably work with our best two pass rushers actually playing. Those scenarios probably work.
They probably will work.
Or be closer to working. But I will say there's a name we have to look at. I've been watching them because I've been watching the Tennessee stuff, looking at Malik Willis like, wow, we really could got him in the third round. Yeah. We said no. That just, difference of opinion. But the guy, Kenny Phillips, young, quick wide receiver, plays special teams over there.
Yeah.
Three wide receiver sets, and our cornerbacks, he can have a day.
But here's the thing. I am not concerned. I'm not with this wide receiver. Yes, as a fan, Far Sendor, of course we know you're Tennessee Titans fan. You're one of my new favorite people. I'm going to say this. You have Robert Woods on Adoree Jackson. You got the rookie who is a burner on Robinson. You bring over safety help, and then you have Darnay Holmes who has been playing lights out in the slot. Your biggest concern is going to be the tight end.
I was going to say Hooper is going to have.
Hooper.
I know you mentioned him not being big in Tampa, but he's going to have a good day today.
He was in Cleveland, and the problem was when he was in Cleveland, they had multitudes of tight ends. They had like 3 guys, so his stats were kind of skewed for what they probably could have been. If he was truly the guy in Tampa, I think he would have had much better stats. But that's going to be your issue. And the problem is we don't have that cover safety. We don't have that cover guy in reference to our strong safety. And we don't really, I don't know. On this team, I don't know who's going to be the cover linebacker.
We don't have one. Not yet.
Linebacker. What are those? What are linebackers?
We're not allowed to have linebackers. That's wrong. But you know what? I like this one. Tim is Optimistic Prime.
Autobots, roll out.
That's right, Autobots, roll out. Got to have hope.
Transform and roll out.
It's game 1 of the season. And you know what? Like I said, there's I smell it. There's something in the air. There's something there. And like I said, I am a big proponent, and I've always have been, of playing in the preseason. And you go back and watch teams, the history of teams that did not play their starters in the preseason. I think their record, I forget what the record was the year before, or it was 2 years ago, but it was something like 9 for 15. I think it was. I can't remember there was a betting statistic for teams that did not play their starters. And I think last year, the year before, they won 9, lost 15 games. So, I mean, there is a stat out there that shows that a team that has not gelled and who has a problem on the offensive line, there's a chance. And I like Quincy Roche, and he's playing today.
Yeah, I do too. I think this would really be a time to see what he could do because people are always split on Roche. He's like Daniel Jones a little bit, but on a lower level. People, as Giants fans, we're always split on Roche. Some people like him. I do. Some people really like, we could have got another roster spot. He got rid of him. So I don't know how y'all feel about Roche, but I like him.
You know how you have I'll call it a roster in question, because we have so many positions that you just said it. We're split 50-50 on. Look at Saquon. We're 50-50 on. Daniel Jones. We're 50-50 on.
Like 80-20.
Slayton. But I'm just saying there's a divide on every major.
Oh yeah. I'm just messing.
There's not one position other than Graham Gano that everybody will say, "Oh no, we all like that guy," and McKinney maybe. Other than that,
I think we all like Evan Neal.
Yeah, I think we all like Andrew Thomas.
Well, we like Evan
we
Neal,
had to
but
learn to like Andrew Thomas. We had to learn to like Andrew.
No, one of us who happens to be the cult leader liked Andrew Thomas since day one, and still never got off the Andrew Thomas train.
I wanted Tristan Turf.
Tristan Wirth.
Yeah. That's why
Wirth was a bad boy.
Yeah, but I wasn't upset with the Thomas pick, and especially after he didn't have a great rookie year, and then he came back his second year, and he's looking like one. Like, I like to see improvement. You know what I mean? And I think for people, and I like to explain, if I ever sound like a Daniel Jones hater, which I'm not, I'm just being real. I like to explain where I'm coming from and why I'm the way I am. I like to see improvement. It's okay if you come in and you're not firing all cylinders. It's a level change. You're going from the NCAA to the NFL. It's a level change. Only the super greats come out and just get it from day one. So I like to see improvement. And when I see Daniel Jones, I don't see improvement. I actually see decline. That is why I'm the way I am with that guy. Like him off the field, have nothing bad to say about him, but as a quarterback, we can do better. We can do better.
Yo, listen to what you just said.
Could also be worse.
Yo, it's crazy. True. The fact that you got to say,
but not with a number 6 overall pick.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
It's crazy that you just said, I like our quarterback off the field. Think about that. I like our quarterback off the field. I don't give a damn what our quarterback does off the field, as long as he's not hurting women and kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my men are all right.
Crazy.
See, when he said off the field, I thought he was referring to being on the sideline.
So men are okay. No, wait a minute. You got to go back to this point.
Listen,
women and kids. So men are all right.
A grown man should be able to defend himself. No, I'm just saying.
We got to pick up the foot.
You letting Daniel Jones mug you in the mean streets? I don't know. That guy can't even run away from the cops.
Wait, Daniel Jones is on the mean streets.
I'm just saying.
Daniel Jones. Oh my God! It's like he's like Boys in the Hood. Is he Ricky? Is he in the mean streets?
Well, he wouldn't even be Ricky because he'd fall down and get shot. It's the truth. He wouldn't survive in the hood. He'd fall down, and then the gang would catch up to him, and he'd be smoked. What are we talking about?
Yo, you never
I don't know.
Survive in the hood. I think if you grow up in the hood, you have no choice but to survive. But if you go from the suburbs to the hood, it can be an adjustment.
We're gonna Honeypot. I put in the link, so please jump in because somebody needs to save us. there needs to be a voice of reason, and we're relying on Honeypot.
Yo, I tell you, we need to go pick up Rod Tidwell. That's what we need to ride out.
But he's undersized. He's a shrimp.
Hey, he's all heart, mother effer.
He's all heart.
Just listen. Don't call him a paycheck player. That's what you gotta do.
I love that movie, man. That's one of the movies that I may not be looking for, but if I turn to see it's on, I'm like, okay.
You're like, I'll watch this.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
My favorite was help me help you.
Help you.
Yeah.
You are hanging on very, very thin thread. Okay, we got the big win now. It's called. He's calling it the big win. We're gonna bring in the voice of reason.
All right.
It's the Honeybot. The big win coming in, decked out in his Giants gear. What's going on, my brother? How you doing? You good? Internet's running a little slow.
I'm sucked all the way in, Tim. Okay.
You're sucked all the way in.
You ever seen The Perfect Storm?
Yes. It's
I'm
right
on
here.
that fucking boat, Tim. I'm on
Wait,
that
the
fucking
Andrea
boat.
Gale sunk and they all died.
That's why I said Perfect Storm, because it's like this every year with me. I get sucked in. They suck me all the way in, all the way out to the sea. It's a fucking riptide, Tim. And I know it's there, and I'm like, Mom, no, I'm going to the riptide. I gotta see. Maybe I might get out, you know? But the best thing about football is you can go worst from first, Tim.
Yep.
Okay. I'm shaking, Tim.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday, okay? And we've never had a complete turnover like this yet. You know, we got Dave Gettleman, but we still had Ben McAdoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't go and get a guy.
We didn't just clean house.
We didn't clean it out. Tim, I don't know if you clean houses, but they don't fucking work like that, you know? You don't just sweep the floor and then clean the counters.
Yep.
No, you clean the counters, then you sweep the floor.
Yep.
Okay? We did that. Okay? We didn't take the trash out yet, but okay. We can win this game. Huh? I don't know if Thibodeau is playing or
He's not.
Wink
not.
Martindale. If you see this motherfucker on the camera, he makes me feel like I can go play corner. He's gonna have a great plan for them. And I feel like they're gonna try to pick on Aaron Robinson, and he's gonna get tired of that bullshit. And he might get 2 picks, you know, because it's the first game, and they haven't played. They have not played.
No,
You know,
Tennessee.
and they
Same
don't
point you
have-
made, Tim.
Yeah, they
He's
haven't
listening to the
played.
leader. He's listening to the leader.
Okay, they haven't played. Okay,
I always wanted to have a cult.
I'm not in that cult. I'm not
You're
in
not-
that cult because all the documentaries I watched, they're shot out.
that was
shot
in
out.
badly.
Yeah, I'm not shot out, no. But
I offer you something to drink.
first game.
Refuse.
we've been talking about it. We all been feeling the energy. Evan Neal, the line is different. You know what I'm saying? The line is different. We're not gonna watch Nate Solders.
We're not gonna watch him block backwards.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we're not gonna watch that. Saquon Barkley, we haven't heard a single word of an injury from this man. All we've heard is, I'm ready. No injuries, no gimping or none of that. Nothing's nagging him. He could play. Saquon could play. He's never ran behind an Evan Neal before. He's always ran behind, this 2x4 beside him. I feel like I hope if we get because we haven't won a game, the first game, my son hasn't seen me win a first game for the New York Giants. I mean, that's mind blowing. I'm not going to say if we win this game, I'm going to be, the season. But if we get this one, I want everybody to just enjoy it because it's been damn near, 7 years since we've won on an opening.
Was it Dallas?
It was Dallas when they had Zeke Elliott, and that was a good season. The offense. What happened to our offense? You remember how our defense was so bad, but we were scoring. But our defense, and then it just ever since we went after that. I know I don't want to say the damn boat trip because we sucked. The offense that year is when it started just going bad. The offense. We can't run the ball. We can't score touchdowns. We're turning it over. But this is a clean house now. And we haven't been in a clean house before, so we're in our tattered clothes, like, we don't want to sit down yet. We're skeptical, We're used to the trash being everywhere. So we're in a clean house. If we get a win, enjoy it. But, we're not going to the Super Bowl now. Everybody just chill, okay? Let's just see.
That's what I'm saying. If we win,
1-0,
which I predicted, don't Don't go. And that, if I just got to acknowledge Frank S. for a minute. Frank S., are you talking about Boat Trip, the movie, where Cuban Gooding Jr. was also in that movie, and Jerry Maguire? Or are you just saying Boat Trip? Just throwing that out there real quick. Just asking a question.
And I love that you picked us, Tim. Okay, you surprised me with that when you said Giants. Because it's we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what Brian Dable's gonna do. Nobody knows if he's gonna call an onside kick the first play. We don't know what's gonna happen.
We don't know what's.
I know what's not gonna happen. I know
What?
what's not gonna happen.
What?
Victory formation at our own 5-yard line. I know
Twice.
that's not gonna happen.
Twice. All right, guys. It is 12 o'clock. The game started at 1. I'm going to give everyone one last moment because I got to run out of the house for about an hour. So we're going to give Honeypot the big win to give his final opinion, give his final.
I forgot all about that. I won, Tim. Yo, I won. Yo, that was so crazy.
You won.
I always see all these giveaways and shit on people's stuff, and I won it. And that replica ring, like, man, I won today. I don't win shit on here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's usually like subscribers, and I don't even have a Facebook. I don't do all that shit like on the internet. I just like watching. Like if you go on my history, it's like the Giants. Like that's all I look on my phone. But I won. That solidified it. Then you said we're gonna win. Everybody's talking about Derrick Henry, but remember this: the man hasn't ran, and I don't even fucking know how long. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, just enjoy the win if we get it. And when we get the doors blown off of us, guess what? It's fucking been happening, so we know how to take it. We got Band-Aids already for that. You know what I'm saying?
We know how to get punched in the face.
I know. What the fuck? I know how to lose the first game of the year. Been doing it. I got that. Check. I know how to recover from that.
At the end of the
on opening day,
it's gonna be a win. And like,
Tim, if we win, you better go live, Tim. That night, you better go live.
If we win, I will go live, and I'll be sitting there looking at playing Ice Cube. It was good.
I'm gonna cry. I would cry, Tim. I would.
It was a good
cry,
day.
Tim. I would cry, man. I would really cry. Like, we won. I would fucking cry. I would cry. My wife, she ain't even here right now. She knows today.
Well, then you can cry.
Yeah, I'm full. I got the shorts on. I got the damn underwear. I got the shirt on. She knows full blown. Don't even look at me. I'm waiting for 425. Like, I'm not here.
That's what we're doing. All right, Honeypot, the big one. I'm going to have to drop you out because I want to get T-Brad and James's last thoughts of the day. I appreciate it.
Let me give you my score.
All right, bro. Take care.
What is your score?
It's going to blow your brain, Tim. It's going to blow your mind. I think it's gonna be 38-30, Tim.
That would be a score. That would blow my mind a little bit.
We don't ever.
Hey, with the defenses, it's possible.
We don't ever score 30.
Yeah,
and let me tell you something, my man. I forgot your name, not with the dreads. My brother up top,
James.
James. Adory Jack. You don't think that man's mad at them people? It's a rival. You know he's trying to show out.
Revenge game.
He's trying to show out. If no game he's going to stand up this year, he's going to stand up for this one.
Yep.
He's going to stand up for this one. And my player of the game is going to be Quincy Roche.
All right. Well, we got it booked. We're going to drop you off because I got to get James and T-Brad's comments. Honeypot, the big win. I appreciate it. Don't forget to email me, tim@onlinebigbblue.com.
Oh, you know I'm getting my ring.
Oh, I know. So just make sure you email me today.
Yeah,
so I can get it out
the house. James knows
so I can get it. I can get it over there too as soon as possible. All right, my brother.
Or I'm gonna go to London and get your homeboy.
Go get Dom.
Bring him up till I get my ring.
Yeah, it'll be in the mail tomorrow. So if if you do send me your address today, I'll have it in the mail for you tomorrow. So
okay,
all right, I will talk to you later. We're gonna move on. We're going to the next one. We're going to James. James, what's your final thought of the day?
Final thought real quick is just first game of the year. Everybody's 0-0. These guys haven't played a lot in the preseason. I don't think I'm a big no guy. And I think we got a real shot to win. I'm saying final score 24-21. We're going to drive down the field for a last-minute game-winning field goal. Player of the game, Saquon Barkley.
Or as Rod Till would say, Gunno, instead of Gunno. That's going to be my new sound effect when that comes up and around. T-Brad, we have James predicting the Giants winning. We have the Honeypot for the big win predicting the Giants. You have me predicting the Giants. You're the only one not in the cult of personality.
I apologize, our leader. Again, 27-13. I've already stated my reasons. You know, we're not even operating with our full defense. I mean, could we see some improvement, Daniel Jones? Yeah, but their strengths are weaknesses. So
Yep.
it really spells bad for us. But I'm hoping we win. Don't get me wrong. I'm there. I'm not like, yeah, I hope I'm right. No, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. Well, that's
Tim,
the thing. You hope you're wrong.
Yeah, Tim, our great leader, I would like to know if you could cover a subject. I wanted to ask this earlier.
Okay.
Who do we think will be that come-up team? A lot of people think it's the Giants. That Cincinnati Bengals type team to come up this year. I'm predicting a team that could possibly do that is the Carolina Panthers.
I am going with, and people are going to think I'm nuts, but I'm going with Evan Ingram's team. I'm going with
the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm going with the Jaguars. I think
you know what?
Puts it together a little
too.
bit. I see their defense. You know, you shocked everyone, but not by taking Hutchinson. But you got yourself a monster on that defensive line. They have some good holdover players from last year. They're out from the minutia of what they were. I like Doug Peterson as not only a coach for a team, but a coach for
Trevor
Lawrence. And I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but if they won 8 games, I would not be shocked.
That's a huge adjustment. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Who's not saying they're going to all go all the way and reach the Super Bowl, but that team is like, they're going to turn that corner this year. Yep.
If they win 8, but like I said, I watched some of their preseason. Not the greatest, but but again, like the Giants, they played a lot of their starters, but they had moments. And that defense is really what got me. And you still have Josh Allen, the linebacker, as well. You got Tavon Austin. You're pairing him with that. There's something there. There's something in the water in Jacksonville.
There you go.
And
I'm saying.
What you got, Jay?
Minnesota will beat Green Bay in the playoffs this year. That's my bold prediction.
Wow.
Minnesota Vikings will beat Green Bay in the playoffs this year for the first time, and I don't know when, and I'm not Googling it.
Where Zach left? How the hell are we gonna know things if Zach's not here?
I know.
There's no way to know it. But you know what, guys? You're right. It's 4:15. I think the game is our time.
Right.
It is what it is. Like I said, I'm wearing my Tennessee Titans Malik Willis jersey, got my Giant hat on. I'm just gonna have fun. And that's it. Yep. If the Giants lose 38-12 and I picked them to win 21-17, I don't care, because you know what? It's the kickoff. You hope for the best, you expect the worst, and you just kind of go from there. And at the end of the day, we're gonna move forward, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun, and hopefully we're gonna get a quarterback next year, and we're gonna do some videos with a quarterback ranking. And I'm going to throw this out there right now. I think I think in like 3-4 weeks from now, I'm going to do a quarterback ranking show. And I'd like to have both you, T-Brad, and James on that show. And we're going to rank the Giant potential quarterbacks from 1 to 7. And then we're gonna keep that ranking up, and then we're gonna move it around when we get closer towards the end of the season, see where our final ranking comes out, and then we're gonna see how close any of us are in reference to hitting on the guy the Giants should take. But I appreciate everyone that came by. I appreciate T-Brad and James for stopping in. T-Brad, don't sign off when I sign off. Stay there. Okay?
Okay, stay right here.
Don't just stay. When I end the broadcast, don't leave.
All right.
You always leave. Here. Don't leave. So we're gonna close this out real quick. The game's at 4:00. Of course, we got all the other games coming out, and this is Tim Online, Big Blue with James Williams and the T-Brad, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk entertainment. Hopefully we'll see you after the game, because you know what? If they do win, I will be here. All right, guys, have fun.
All right, bro.